Hello, welcome to SakuraCon 2019. Commentate Your Game, Session 12. This is Patrick from the Seattle Mahjong Club.
This is Anthony from the Seattle Mahjong Club.
Welcome aboard. So in East Round, we have Sam Moyer. He's from the Linwood group, I think. What I know is that he really likes Mahjong, and he's been appearing in multiple of these.
Yes.
So we know what to expect from him, and that's good things.
Yes.
Contrary to Sam, so I don't know who Leif is in the Southwind, but let's see how they do. I don't think I know Alexandre either. Alexandre in the Westwind. How I feel like I know him, but I can't see his face right now, unfortunately, so I can't really verify that.
Yeah.
But
And I also don't know either of these three. The other three. Sam is a seasoned veteran from the videos, at least. So I'm glad to see him continuing playing. It's great. And so now we have 7 mon at the Dora. Let's see how people incorporate that. Sam's hand is probably normal.
Sam's hand could turn into a Tanyao if he really needs to, but he's doing the standard play of getting rid of his honors and terminals first, just to see what kind of shape ends up being in the end.
I think it should just turn into a Ping Fu and
Oh,
be happy with it.
why not both? He's dealer,
Why not
so
both?
if a Tanyao presents itself, then you should take it, right?
Yeah.
But if it doesn't present itself, then don't force it. That kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah, of course. Same with Ping Fu. Really, basically, what we're saying is his hand is take what the tiles give you.
Yeah, that's just mahjong at that point.
You know, okay.
So moving over to Leaf's hand, unfortunately it's a bunch of bad shapes. There's that 8999 shape, but other than that, it's not ideal.
You could move to Chanta or Junjan, depending on what. Well, maybe not. His
They're all
hand
they're all pretty far, I think.
yeah, unfortunately, his
Um,
hand's probably not going to get value unless he's able to make it into a Junjan, or incorporate a Dora.
Alexander's hand is really nice.
Oh, he has
Two
two Dora
Dora,
and a Yakuza.
two Dora. Unfortunately, if he calls a Yakuha, he doesn't get to keep his Ipeiko.
Yeah, but Ipeiko's worth the same amount as Yakuza, right? So,
Yeah. In the ideal case, he just draws the third Haku. So
yeah, that's fair.
yeah, his hand's definitely the best. If the Haku comes out, I personally would just call it.
Yeah, for sure. You're Ishanten, you already have your block set, and you
Yeah,
have Tudora.
like
You have the value
yeah,
needed to call, so.
just take your 39. It can turn into a Mangan pretty easily too.
hmm
Hal's hand is pretty decent. Um, it's not awful. I wouldn't say it's amazing either, but it's getting there.
Yeah, I actually don't like his hand as much because he has two Kanchans, and they can evolve, but it's still because his blocks are kind of already set in a way. It's gonna be hard to evolve both of them at least out of it.
Can we talk about Alexander's call?
Uh, yeah, that seems quite.
Alexander is doing the thing where he is sort of ensuring he's sort of forcing the Haku to be his Yakuza.
But even if you
Um,
wanted Haku to be your Haku, you wouldn't call the 9-pin because now you don't have a pair. Unless you throw away the Dora. So,
I think well you would so let's say you call the Yakuza,
mm,
you would drop the 8 pin.
hmm
Let's say someone he gets to chi the 4/5.
mm,
You would drop the 8 mon and get Shanfan weight.
sure, but kept, if you didn't Chi the 9-pin, and then you call the uh, White Dragon, then you can throw this away the 7-pin, and
Yeah.
then be
Uh,
Tentai, or yeah, or actually, that's about the same. Actually, you're right.
It's not the same.
It's about the same.
I'm also just talking about going forward. It's not an awful play. It's just I personally don't like restricting myself like that. But it's high risk, high reward is what it is.
Uh, I don't think you get any more reward than It's about the same.
Your reward is speed.
But like I said, you're not going faster by calling the knife in because it's the same Shanten. If you call the knife
That's
in, or you
true.
don't call the knife in because you need a pair somewhere.
Yeah, I guess that's true. But nah, calling is faster than not calling.
I disagree because your Yukare is um, White Dragon, 3 pin, 6 pin, and 7 mon, 8 mon. All right, 7 mon, 9 mon, and you can say tempai, or you can say closed and accept the 8 mon.
Hmm, maybe. Like that's just thinking in terms of Uge Ire, but like it's hard to quantify how much speed you get from calling versus not calling because you get essentially three times the chances, right?
Well, you're not saying you're not calling by calling the 9 pin. They just the 9 pin doesn't actually completing that set doesn't actually help you because you need a pair.
Oh, I see what you're saying because you don't actually go up in Shanten.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
your
yeah,
8 pin
you're
was a
right. You're
pair,
right.
so you basically you gained a block, but you lost a block. So
You're right. I was just thinking in terms of calling versus not calling, but yeah, in that scenario, you didn't get a Shanten, so calling didn't really help.
mm. But he was able to pair up the 4 pin, so now he's waiting for the 8 mon uh, for Yakuai
Oh,
Dorika,
yeah.
which is very nice.
Um,
Um,
Sam decided to con.
yeah,
Yay.
wow. And Leif is Reach for 7 mon
Well,
only.
yeah, but he also gave himself 4 Dora.
Uh, where unfortunately that's the I think the 4 mon is the Dora, not the
Oh,
Dora
you're right.
indicator.
You're right.
Yeah.
So he did not give himself more Dora. He
Yeah.
gave he gave Hal Dora is what it is,
Yep, exactly. Uh,
and he also gave Leaf Dora. So he gave everyone except himself Dora.
how generous. Uh, oh man.
Oh,
How is he Shantae?
scary discard.
Five so safe. Okay. Instead discards. Well, I'm not sure. Okay, and calls Roan. Wait, wasn't he waiting on
Huh?
the 7? He was waiting on the 7, so
Yeah,
7 mon.
waiting on the set.
Wait.
Did they catch that? They yeah. Oh, oh no, it's a sumo. Okay.
Oh, okay, great. Easy mode. Okay,
Yeah.
great.
I think what it is that these players are playing a bit faster. We've been commenting slow hands, so we got a little tricked.
Yeah. Very nice. Great sumo.
Yep.
Dora. Uh, very generous to Sam to come in, but I wasn't actually sure what his hand was.
I was like,
It's okay to call.
Hand?
Yeah.
Sam was open. Um, Sam was open and his hand was actually slow because he had a Ryanman, but half of it was invalid because he wouldn't get a Yaku. So in that situation, I probably wouldn't have conned.
Yeah. The problem is you don't have safe tiles. Regardless, it's hard to say.
we had one player do like 3 times.
I guess
I don't have safe tiles regardless.
maybe it is better just to throw the 5 mon.
Yeah, I mean, you can either throw the 5 mon and get roamed for 2,000, or you can con, throw a different dangerous tile, and then get roamed for a Hanuman. Your choice.
Okay, so Leif is now dealer and has um, a pair of dragons and a Dora with a block with a Dora, and some other blocks that are nice and healthy. Nice. Okay, and Leif does the card called a red dragon. Go for a fast hand. For a 2900 hand.
Definitely just go fast here. You have a Dora, you're a dealer, just do it.
Okay, so it decides
Never
to
mind.
force Honitsu, which is, I mean, it's very greedy, and it slows you down a lot for 1 Han. If you're gonna go for a Honitsu, you would normally just throw the 1 so out anyways first and see what the tiles give you.
Yeah. People, so the argument for throwing a Dora, if you want to go for Honitsu and commit to it, would be that it's dangerous, so you should draw it earlier rather than later. The thing is that he only had 3 guaranteed Honitsu blocks,
Yeah.
and I personally think that you should guarantee at least 4 if you want to go for Honitsu.
Yeah.
But people love to go for Honitsu on 3, so maybe as a playstyle thing. I personally don't like it.
Yeah, I think it just depends on what your blocks look like.
Oh, wait, I love discarding
I mean,
just for fun.
it's just the two mon four mon is flexible, so you don't have like if you throw away the two mon, you're basically forcing yourself to go Honitsu. Whereas if you throw the one so and the 3 mon comes out, you can still call it. You know, you're not forcing.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I'm just saying if you wanted to commit, like,
Yeah,
so.
yeah, yeah. I'm just saying, you like even if you wanted to go for Honitsu, you should still keep flexible, rather than save D in the early round.
It's early enough. You don't really need to like worry too much about safety. That's fair.
Yeah. But he does have now he has tiles for Honitsu, for sure. So now he just needs to go for it. Alexandre has a lot of I don't know the 2 9-pin pairs or the 2 9 the 9-pin pair, the 9 so 8 so. It's a little makes it slow,
In
unfortunately.
the future, he can get. Wait, no, he can't get San Shokudoko because Hao has all the 9 bronze. Darn.
But yeah,
Want me to keep my hand
how is Ishanten? Potentially for Pink
Yeah,
Fedora.
yeah, yeah. Don't box on the tiles.
If he gets 3 more.
Let them see them occasionally.
It's really nice because let's say Hao gets another Dora, then he can drop the
It's okay.
drop the 2-pin obviously, but if he gets another Dora, then he can get a 2-2-7-8-9-9-9 shape, which can accept the 2, the 6, or the 9, which means that's a potential Mongun even without the Pinfu.
Right. Leif got another honor triplet, so that could even move to Toy Toy, or just Honitsu, normal Honitsu.
Boy, that gamble paid off. Toy Toy Honitsu, Jun.
Right. Yeah. So hostile each on 10. Alexandre drew another pair. So he's 4 pairs, but they're not. He could move to G Toy, but he could still be a normal hand.
Alexander?
Yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Alexander's hand looks a bit more plain compared to the other people's hands, and Sam just opened up, so he's looking to go faster, which means that Alexander's hand is gonna be in danger.
Yeah. But Sam decided to call here with. I mean, it does speed up
It's
his
just a
hand,
bad
but he's only getting 1,000 points here versus the dealer who has 2 open calls and looks dangerous.
Yeah.
So. Okay.
Oh.
How is
Oh wow.
reaches 3 on weight.
I did not think Hal would get that last 6-pin. Okay.
Nice. Okay. So Leif discarding the
4-pin.
4-pin.
Oh, that was really dangerous. He definitely should have discarded the White Dragon, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think he wants to go for Shoshangen, but it's
There are 2 out already.
yeah, there's already 2 out, and you already have a lot of value here.
No, I believe his plan. He knew that Sam wanted to call, so he wanted to break the epochs like that.
Yeah, of course. Okay, Riichi
Yeah. Riichi Sumo Dora.
Yeah, so 1,000, 2,000. he didn't con the 6-pin.
Good. I mean, that is absolutely not a tile you should con here.
26 for
Here,
us.
you can wait on the 5th 6-pin, you know?
20. Can I get
I mean, maybe if you're playing covalent.
Yeah, you just throw a tile from the other table.
Yeah. If you're playing 2 games at once, then you have double the pool of tiles to draw from, right?
open it up?
Yeah, that's how it works. That'd be interesting, actually. It's kind of like a legacy game, where it's like you can move tiles from one game to the other, and then
That
like,
would-
it's slowly like they slowly evolve, so you have different proportions.
We like your side, that's all.
That would be a fun meta.
I'm kind of
Well, at that
curious
point, isn't that just 8-player Mahjong at that point though?
8-player Mahjong, maybe. But maybe you have to do like a remix or something. Or no, I don't know how you would sit. I guess if you did online, it'd be okay. But
Yeah. Oh, it's not too terrible. Well, no, yeah, physically it's awful.
yeah, physically it's gonna be annoying because you're just gonna keep spreading out, I think.
Anyways, back to the game. People have sorted their tiles. Alexandre, wait, why is
Yeah, I
The-
got these two. Alexandre is dealer,
Alexandre-
but Leif discarded first. So
sure, let's go with that.
I'm not sure who is dealer and who is not anymore, or how they're playing. But well,
Leif was previously dealer and then house sumoed, so the dealership moved to Alexander.
yeah, it should move to Alexandre. I'm just not sure if they're what rules they're playing with. Because
They did not realize it, but it should be more or less benign, I think. Hopefully
no,
Alexander.
I think they think Leif is dealer because the auto table is showing red.
Oh, I
Like,
see. Yeah.
Okay, so let's just assume that Leif is east in terms of for the Yakuza tiles.
So, for those of you who have never played an auto tile before, the person who rolls the dice is the person that the auto table will indicate as dealer. The person who rolls the dice and the person who presses the button for pushing the tiles in. So that's the reason why we say that only the dealer should be touching the buttons.
Yeah,
Just for a future reference.
it's okay though, because we were playing a casual game.
So,
Okay, Alexander's hand is hanchan 10. Not much value. Has a Dora. Could turn into Ping Fu.
Riichi Dora is 39, if they assume that he's dealer.
Yeah, let's assume he's not dealer.
That's 26.
26. Yeah, but
The interesting one, I think, is Sam's hand.
yeah,
You can go for Toy Toy, you can go for Chitoy, you can go for, if you're lucky, you can get Sananko, but with that Dora Forso in his hand, I feel like things are gonna get kind of weird.
yeah.
Oh, he kept the
Kept the
Haku.
When there's 2 Hakus already out, even though it's like cute weight, it's your likelihood of getting that tile is still pretty low.
Yeah, I think his hand is strong enough as is that he should just keep going. So probably should have dropped the Haku.
Yeah. At least keep the green dragon over the white dragon.
Yeah. I think it's safe to say that Sam definitely leans more defensive in some sense than offensive. Given like that he
I kind
Well,
of disagree. I'm pretty sure he pushes too much. Or I don't know if too much is the right
it's hard to say because he does keep honor tiles a bit more than I would personally,
word. But
and I
because he's
consider
playing
myself
greedy.
somewhat defensive.
You don't get turns.
Oh, so you
rather
think he's a
than-
greedy player? is
Yeah,
what
I
it
think
is.
he's a greedy player.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, he definitely confirmed Toy Toy, so Toy
Yeah,
Toy
is
Toy
fine.
should. Yeah.
And Alexander reaches on the 2-5, so very nice.
Yeah. That's a nice hand. Wait, he turned into a Pinfu.
Yep.
Riichi Pinfu
Like I
Dora.
said, its potential for Ping Fu, and Ping Fu is like, it's great. It's great that I turned into Ping Fu. It's what you dream of. Okay, and Leif. Oh wait, does Leif have a call of three?
They're gonna laugh at me on the commentary somewhere.
Yeah, that is not a Yaku hand, unless he gets an Itsu out of it, which is possible. I recommend he sort it though, just to not get confused, especially because it's easy to accidentally jumbo with a large Honitsu pile.
Yeah. He's definitely harder, or visually. Yeah, a lot of tiles in the same suit is hard to read. But I don't think he does have Itsu yet. Wait, I'm not sure if he has. How many tiles does he have in his hand?
Hard to say because it's off camera. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, that's right.
Okay. And Sam called twice, right?
Yes. They are excluding. I don't remember what he called. It wasn't important. A very important call though.
Yeah, I think it was another or something. Yeah. Yeah. Not sure. Okay, so Hao decides to call as well. Again, also with no Yaku.
Oh, so in Hal's case, he definitely just wants to get into Senpai.
Yes, but we're also in this only the second row. We still have like 8 more draws, 9 more draws. So you have plenty of time to get into Tenpai.
That's true.
And
Oh,
you
Hal
sacrifice.
definitely knows that. Yeah, he's not in. He has no Yaku.
Yeah, I believe it. It's just that it's a little. I think it's a little early to start calling for Tenpai because the 7 and 9 mon can start. They can be safe. Like.
Yeah.
It decides to still play it safe.
Yeah.
Not go sushi.
Fail super hard.
Yeah.
That call was a bit too ambitious.
Yeah. So Sam is still pushing. I guess it's pretty. I don't know if it's obvious that he's pushing. He did throw the 8 pin and the 4 on, so yeah, I guess it's pretty obvious that he's pushing to the other players. So maybe they're trying to play safe against him as well, especially since it looks. He does look dangerous.
I think Hal just ran out of safe tiles. Oh no, he has a 3-so. So
Yeah, and
after that, he.
save too.
Yeah, 5 mana safe to both of them. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, but this is the last couple draws.
Yeah. Hal tried to get into Tenpai, but by doing so, he couldn't make Tenpai.
Yeah. See, if he had the 7 mon and the 9 mon, they were both a little safe. And then I'm pretty sure he could get to Tenpai with only throwing safe tiles.
Yep.
But because he called early, he couldn't maneuver as well.
No one else had any of them, so.
Okay, and
Wait.
yeah, Leif also didn't have a Yaku,
two
but he
on
was able to keep Tenpai.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, but wait, it's a 5.
Actually, how many 5s? A lot of the tiles that Alexander needed were still out there somewhere, I think.
But it doesn't matter because we went.
Yeah, 3, 4,
That's pretty unfortunate.
Does not matter.
almost.
Yeah.
Alright, let's see if
My
they
last hand, I would add.
choose the right dealer this time.
Hombo won, but it still says that Leif
They
is the
still think
dealer.
Leif is dealer.
Mm.
That's my weakness thing.
Okay. Well, I guess we'll just play it like that,
No, you can cut.
I suppose.
Um, 8. Okay, so
Yeah.
I'm not.
He comboed
Chomp.
The board 6-1. Central tile.
This is our fourth hand?
And Alexandre has two of them.
Wow.
I chombo, then
I,
then he played
Alexander could potentially get a Tanya off of this. It's a bit far, but it's possible.
then we just had the
It's possible.
then we just had the deadlock.
Yeah. I could start calling with this hand. Because it's gonna be slow without calling.
It's gonna be slow no matter what. The advantage of calling would be that you have a lot of safe tiles that you can just like keep around anyways.
Well, I don't know if I would necessarily keep around. Well, yeah. You
Oh.
can't. You have the option to keep around safe tiles. And
Oh, well, if you call, you would first get rid of the 9-mon, right? And then probably the 1-cell also, before getting rid of the honor tiles.
yeah, depends on what you start calling with. But yeah,
If you're calling for Tanya, is what I'm thinking in this case.
yeah. Like in this case, I would keep the green dragon and discard the 9-mon because it's a Yakuza tile, and because you know you want to call, you want to call in order to speed it up. And the 9-mon doesn't really help you with any of that. It's better to keep the green dragon.
Yeah.
Okay, how's hand?
Yeah, backfired. He got the another green dragon. Thanks, Mahjong.
How's hand is Shantan.
I hope Hao does not con those 6 pins.
I think you should. I mean, like,
Uh,
it's okay.
I mean,
You can.
he could eventually con them, but as it is right now, it's more advantageous to keep them.
Yeah, but if he draws the 1-mon, for example, actually, you're right. Still not that advantageous.
Yeah, like he has the right idea of separating into 666 and 468. I don't see a good situation where if he gets a 3-pin, and then he can drop that 8-pin, and then eventually con.
Discard the 3-pin. But yeah, you're right.
Oh,
If he draws
but
that-
yeah, you're right.
I mean, it would
So
be
just know
great,
what
then you just
if he gets another one.
yeah. I mean, he has
And
symmetrical
then-
chance here. So 4, 5, 6 symmetrical chance. So not bad.
But we're agreed that he shouldn't con, right?
Fine. I guess not in this case.
Yeah.
Sam's hand.
Looking at Sam,
Oh, very nice.
Uh,
Rashantan, but they're all his other blocks are pretty strong. You go floating force
It's a-
7 and 2 pairs with a tile attached to it.
a nice option select because he can go it's possible for him to go for Chanta or something, but at the same time, if he ends up getting a 6-mon instead of a 9-mon, he still has a value, and he already guarantees his Yaku with the Haku, so he doesn't really care too much.
Right.
It's just an overall good situation either way.
Yep. So, Hao decided to throw away his Sanshiku chance, and instead, now I think he's aiming to con the 6-pin.
Okay, now given this handshake, yes, you can con it.
But I would
Are you happy
rather
now?
kept the 4-pin rather than try to con. And if I was to con, I would con now. I would not con later.
Yeah, that's valid too.
I mean, okay, that's more subjective of when to con, but now you should con for sure. Although you're just weakening your shape for no reason.
Yeah, it's really tempting to keep the con tile is all it is.
Yeah, I mean, you lose your green jump potential, but You really just want to move from Ishan 10 to 10-5. It's gonna be a while. Like he's
Yeah, the biggest problem. Yeah, the biggest problem is from his perspective. There's already 1-7 and two threes out. So, oh wait, he kept the 5. Galen?
who? Leif.
Ow.
Oh, sorry. I think you're a little bit ahead of me.
Oh, that cut off.
No. I think you're just ahead of me. Yeah, I guess he's bailing. I just saw him keep the 5 pin.
Oh, that's weird. Okay.
That's okay. Um, yeah, right now it's Alexandre. Yeah, I think that the 5 pin is a weird draw. I think he is just deciding to bail, but I don't see any danger.
Well, Alexander has a Mongon.
Yeah, but he's not
He,
reached.
he he's not reached, no, but it's late enough that you can just sort of assume.
Maybe.
Oh, I mean, and we know that he doesn't. He's not senpai, but from Hal's perspective, oh, he's senpai now.
No, he's not. Oh, you're ahead of me.
Uh, oh,
All right.
oh man, this I don't know how we got off sync,
Yeah.
but
You want to come back
okay.
to me at
Oh,
3:35, 31, 36, 37, 38.
okay, yeah, we're good.
Yeah.
Okay,
So now,
huh.
yeah, now you can.
Oh, spoilers. Alexander got senpai.
Yeah, unfortunately, he's no Yaku, but I guess no one else knows that. But I saw, yeah, how was bailing before even the manga was shown. Okay, but Sam wins his hand. Haku.
He couldn't get the Chanta, unfortunately, but it was a good attempt.
Yeah.
I think I might have accidentally pressed the right arrow or something on the keyboard, and that's why I got off sync.
No problem.
Either I got off sync or you off sync. We will never know.
But I mean, Alexander should have pushed. Yeah, Alexander pushing there is completely fine. Well, okay, maybe not because he was not even. He doesn't have a Yaku.
Yeah.
So I would say don't put yourself in a Yaku situation. If you want to plan on winning, you can do it if you want to like scare people off. You're going, I guess.
Also, if you have a clear plan on how to get the Yaku, like Alexander was clearly aiming towards Tanyao, and he was kind of close to getting Tanyao, to be honest. So it wasn't terrible. I think it was just a bit greedy.
Yeah. It was already at the end of the second row.
Still 8.
You know, your percentage of getting the tile that you want
Still 8, sorry.
starts to dwindle a lot when you're yeah, 6 draws.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Okay, so I guess now Alexander is actually.
It's better than mine, I guarantee you.
Yeah. It seems like the rounds sort of fixed themselves because it went to Ryukoku, and Alexander was senpai.
Oh no, Alexander dealt into Sam.
Oh, you're right. Yeah. So it didn't fix itself, but we'll pretend it did.
Yeah, that's okay. Looking at their hands, Sam has one Dora, some hanchan shapes, which are not great, but you draw correctly, could turn into something great. On the other hand, has 2 Ramen and a complete set. He has all 5 blocks. Just no. He has 1 Dora. That's his value there. So I would just aim for that and reach.
Yeah. The points are relatively close, so reaching to just get one big hand is pretty decent. He doesn't really have a choice in this case, so.
Yeah, I mean he could shift to Tanya here. Like if he draws the 6 pin or the 7 pin.
He draws a 6 pin, or he draws the. Well, if he draws the 4 mon or the 6 mon, then yeah, you can just discard the 9 so. Actually, you want to discard the 9 so no matter what, don't you?
Well,
There's
it's
so
either
much
if you want to
information,
be
dude.
in tempo or not. If, I would normally
Yeah,
just, if you draw the 4 mon, for example, I would just reach on this with the 7 pin instead of trying to
that's
be
true.
greedy. But we see
That's true.
Sam has reached um, with discards on the Dora, so or with the
Oh
Dora.
boy.
Now everyone's scared.
So 3 pin 4 mon. Hmm.
The value of my hand.
It sure does.
Yeah, it always does. So does not getting sumo.
He's not a dealer, so
Yeah, it's not too scary. It has no bite, I guess.
yeah. They don't know that. Yeah, in Howe's case, he really ruined his hand. Or it's gonna be hard for him to get. Actually, no, he can still get into tempo here. It's not that bad.
That 7 pin advances his hand, or it puts it in a better shape because he drew the 4 pin.
Yeah, it's just that now he has no value.
Never had value.
He
Is the
had
thing.
value when he had Dora, and then he discarded the Dora because it was safe to dealer. And so now he has no value,
Yeah.
and therefore now it's really hard to push.
Yeah.
Whereas if you kept the Dora, then you have like at least some reason to push.
He has at least one reason, and that his hand's faster.
It was gonna be fast regardless. It
Yeah.
was a guaranteed ground man if he kept the Ipmon. Okay, but now he does reach with one.
Yeah, I didn't mean to say his hand would be faster like by discarding that. I just meant his hand might be faster than Sam's hand because
You mean like his weight is better? Yeah.
he has a better weight because it's an early reach, so you can sort of like make a bet that he probably has a bad weight. And in this case, he really does have a bad weight.
I see Leif like pushing really hard as well. We'll see if it pays off, but he is each on 10. But
Unfortunately, the 2 tiles that are kind of outside, I mean that he's using, the 2 mon, the 6 so and 9 so, they don't really lend them. Besides the 6 so, they don't really lend themselves very well to a good weight.
so, I mean, at least he does have a. Okay, he could reach here if he wanted to. He's waiting on the
That's
5,
awesome.
so yeah, I think not reaching there is fine.
I would not reach there. That's a bad weight. So don't do it.
Yeah.
What the hell? You want to see it?
Oh, Leaf reached. Okay. We're gonna be playing roulette. And Alexander's over here just thinking, what am I gonna do during my dealership? I don't know. Oh,
Wait.
huh? Sumo? Was that Sumo?
Sumo. Has to be. Yeah. Nice reach Sumo Sanko.
Yeah. San Anko. Nice San Anko.
Yeah.
I definitely would not have expected that from an earlier reach. If I were a player.
Sure. Good hand. I think for the most part, everyone played. Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, Hal lost the roulette, even though she had a better weight.
Yeah. It was actually like stacked in his favor, but he still couldn't get it because he would have won a Tamahane also.
Yeah. Assuming they're playing a Tamahane. Not sure what
Yeah.
those sets they're playing.
Regardless, he didn't get it. Unfortunate.
Yeah. The bright side, he does get to be dealer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or with
yeah.
that hand is kind
I
of
wanted to see it. I was hoping
I
you
like it.
not
Well,
really.
it's okay.
It's
Hanchan.
okay.
even bigger.
Tanyo. You can call for Tanyo. You're waiting on the Dora though,
Uh,
I feel.
So it's just who's
So,
going?
yeah, that is
Auto
if
chess.
he kept the one so and dropped the Chun, he could have gone Itsu. But it's not a very good Itsu. But it would have been a guaranteed Itsu.
sure. uh,
Depending on a one or a four.
it's the yeah, that shape is not very good for Itsu, but I mean, yeah, technically it's guaranteed Itsu if you can
Yeah.
if you can go, yeah. That's funny.
Yeah, two of the ones were already gone.
Anyways,
Sam's hand, it's like a ping fu hand.
He hit two.
I,
Could be Sanjoku, potentially with the Dora.
no, yeah, sorry, no.
Contract was really far away.
It's not that far, because
Eh,
The Mon part.
I know.
it's at the point where I'd say you should flex on it, but if you don't get it, don't be surprised.
yeah, sure. But you want to keep that open, that option open. Like for
Yeah,
example, if
yeah.
you just have to decide whether or not to discard the 3 mana or 7 mana, you would just have to.
Take me back, coach.
Yeah.
Still play.
Let's see. Leif's hand is. Could be Itsu, could be Pifu.
Back in the showers.
Shit.
Things.
I've done that before.
What you want from it.
That's what I usually work on. The
It's probably gonna be Pinfu. Everyone looks like they have a Pinfu hand or a Richinomi hand, to be honest.
no, if I don't draw the fourth.
Yeah, no one has like
There you go.
much direction, I guess. Alexandre hand is probably the slowest out of everyone,
We also ruined anyone who's going for
unfortunately.
I've already started
Yeah.
that ruin right there. I was hoping to build the 13
So I had the
But we'll
east
see.
and the green, and I went, I'll cut east because it's double.
If he can draw out of this hand.
The nice thing about Hao's hand is that he managed to get into Tanya.
Yeah, he did, which is good. It does mean he has less save tiles if someone starts to call, or starts to call, or starts to look dangerous, I guess the more proper way to say it. But right now, no one looks looking dangerous, so it's perfectly fine.
three draws apiece will do.
Even looking at the board, like it's pretty easy to tell that everyone's just discarding bad tiles.
Yeah.
Like, it could mean that like their hand is shaping up in all the best ways, but that's not the case.
Yeah. Yeah, Leaf's hand, he just needs to find a pair somewhere. And then
Super. This is what we call super Pinfu, because you just have a bunch of Ryanmin and you can't turn it into like Pinfu, but for real.
yeah.
I don't like. You just gotta hope for the best, I think.
I mean, waiting for a pair, like completing a pair with so many ramen is actually pretty. It's not uncommon. Like
It's not uncommon, but it's not a situation you want to be in.
yeah, it depends on how close you are to Finfu. Here he's like not that close to Finfu. So like for example, yeah, he has what 7 tiles he could draw and have a pair. Whereas
Yeah.
if he was Ishan done, he'd only have like 4. Okay, so how reaches?
I mean, yeah. Oh, I miscounted for a second. Whoops.
So how reaches Tanyo only
And now,
as a dealer. So reach
he
Tanyo.
goes for the double Suji trap,
Hmm.
so that's pretty nice. Unfortunately, because of his shape, he cannot go. He cannot get Sanshoku. He has that unfortunate 3-4-5, 3-4-5, 4-5-6.
Okay, so Sam could reach here, or reach Dora.
Uh,
So it's 7.
what is his weight?
Yes,
7 pin?
7 pin, yeah.
I guess
Only 3 left.
he's thinking that he wants to trap people with that 7 pin Genbutsu on how.
Yeah.
Much lazier.
It's pretty risky though. 7-1 is looks pretty dangerous.
Right side up.
I know.
And
No, I don't care.
it's the
I don't
dealer.
care.
Yes.
Oh.
If you're talking about OCD,
Yeah,
man,
I don't
there's an
know.
odd number of pedals.
There's only 3
I'm
tiles
talking about
left.
the road.
That makes
No,
So
there, I can see him.
I'm not inclined to reach here.
Yeah.
Because you do have 3 save tiles.
Ditto.
And it's, yeah, you can transition, like you can still get lucky and draw into Tepai.
I agree. I agree. Leif is Ishanten, but it's Ishanten with Super Pinfu. Hooray!
Super Pinfu. He discarded the 7-pin, which is I think a mistake. Oh no, well I guess he's bailing, but
Reach.
the 7
It's a little
pin
unfortunate.
had more options, right? It's a 1-4-7.
Yeah, you want to keep the 147 shape
Yeah.
because that's just a good shape. He probably would have wanted to break up one of his Ryanmen. I don't. It was a 2-3 so I think,
Yeah.
and
2-3 so
and
3-4 mod or something like that.
yeah, the 2 so might have been better. I'm not sure.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
I mean, definitely if you have 2 options, you want to keep the one that gives you
That was my first round again.
more, like better odds for yourself.
Yeah.
Just let them know it sounds like.
So, yeah, he got punished for that mistake. We'll call it a mistake, but we don't. Yeah, it's debatable. Depending on what you were seeing on the board.
Yeah.
But yeah, nice on Sam to win that hand. Like, was able to successfully trap Leif.
The light was
Both set out traps, but only one trap actually worked.
The trap where someone doesn't play optimum.
Oh. I mean, you don't know that.
Yeah, I mean, of course, there's chances where the 7-pin
Yeah.
get discarded and it's the right choice, but
Yeah.
there's also high likelihood that 7-pin.
I was giving you the opportunity for
Yep.
Yakuhaya.
You're right. Sam is a gambler.
Okay, so Sam, wow, this hand is great. Ishanten, there'd be no value, but still, early.
Who cares about value when you're first in dealer?
I don't know, if I draw the 2-mon here, I might actually just break up the West
But that bothers me.
and
The left. Well, get over it. Yeah, I will.
what to say.
I'll fix them later.
Could you repeat that? You cut
Yeah,
off for
I
me.
said if I drew the 2-mon here as Sam, I might be inclined to break up the West instead of reaching.
Oh, really?
Well, the West is also a good weight, but I
The
think
West is-
there's a lot of possibilities with the I just think there's a lot of possibilities.
I think I would just take the West weight. West weight, best weight.
West weight, that weight. Yeah, I think there's a
Like, you have one out, people are likely to drop the other one.
Yeah, I guess that's fair. But there's only one left, so yeah,
Well, you still have the 4 mons, right?
right.
Like, you can still just draw them. Oh, but he gets himself into a Pinfu. Nice Pinfu.
Reach being food. Yeah, it seems like everyone here like doesn't care about reaches, so it's very good for him. Everyone wants to push.
Here is very offensive, offense-minded.
Sure, we can say that.
Look, man, I haven't had E-pods.
Alexandre is gonna break the E-pots and guarantee Tanya. Well, maybe not guarantee, but go for Tanya.
Yeah, he breaks his Ishanten. He has 2 Dora, so it's not bad.
Yeah.
But he was also, yeah, I guess he's Ishanten either way. It does lets him call, so this is pretty good. How has pair South? If he wants to call that, this is gonna be the last hand for them. This is they only have an hour to play, and it's been 50 minutes.
Oh, you're right. Wow.
So this is the last hand. So if right now, third, fourth, second, third, and fourth are really close together.
Unfortunately, we need to make this our last.
And Sam being the dealer is pretty far away from everyone else.
It's gonna be a great
in
game.
different points.
Let's
So,
commentary. So wow.
I mean, if Sam deals into Alexandre's hand, which is Tiny Dora Dora, 3,900, still not enough to overtake. Unless he gets another Dora.
Hmm. Yeah, maybe that's what he's betting on.
Some of them were pretty late.
Or more likely they just don't realize it's the last game.
Yeah,
One hand worked too much for each.
that's certainly possible.
You were like mid hand. He was mid hand. I was like.
He dropped the 3-so instead of the 8-pin.
Yeah, if he wants to win, like get first place, I think you're trying to call it the six pin, and therefore you might want to keep the 3-so. But well, yeah, like you said, maybe they don't realize because they don't have a timer on them. It's basically us just calling things.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so Leif
Okay,
calls into
so-
10-5.
And then Leif drops the Dora.
Wow. Okay, and so Alexandre does get it. He gets the manga on 10-5.
Nobody's scared of the dealer Riichi.
Winning it.
What I'm hearing right now.
Oh my god, he does it. He does it.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Wow. That's amazing, actually.
Takes
Wait.
first place. I think it's
Yeah, wait, that puts him first, doesn't it? Yeah.
yeah, that's Leif with the assist.
I did that too. I know.
70.
Wow. Good job, Alex. Good job to Alexander for getting first. Unfortunate from Sam. That was just how Mahjong went. Wait, what? Didn't realize it. Wait.
Well,
Oh, was
no,
6-pin actually the Dora indicator, not the Dora? Was that what it is?
no, I think it was the Dora. But
Say-
regardless.
Maybe I just didn't realize.
Yeah.
Okay, so congrats to Sam then.
Well, congrats to either of them. They well played.
Yeah. Yeah, well played. Congrats to Sam. Good job, Leif, for getting second. Good job, Alexander, for winning the last hand. Unlucky from how. Oh.